really is a beautiful morning here in British Columbia, here in Mission. And I thought I'd just introduce you a little bit to the work that I've been doing about overcoming overwhelm. It's all been based on a course that I've been taking, and it's called Quantum Success Coaching. And it sounds a little bit woo-woo when you hear it like that. What do you mean by quantum success? But really, it's just about the little things, about taking care of the little things and paying attention to them and realizing that you really can influence your life and you have a lot more control than you think you do. So I'm going to go through this little presentation. I hope that you're able to see it okay. So this is my motto. You can see a very nice picture of me taken by a friend of mine who's a particularly skilled photographer. I don't always look that good. Always be open to the possibilities. There are so many possibilities out there, and when we keep our minds open to the possibilities that are coming our way, that's when we actually see them. Often we get bogged down with all the problems and other things that we have to think about, and we forget to be open, and the possibilities are then going to pass us by. So that's my motto. Some of the tools that I've learned about over the past year that are really, really helpful. The importance of keeping track of where you are. Often you forget what's been happening, you forget the successes that you've had, and things that are troubling you seem to be at the top of your mind. So it's always useful to keep a record of the good things that have happened so that you can look back and remember that there really were some great things that happened. I'm expecting that a lot of you will be aware of the power of gratitude. It's quite popular in the media, how you can be grateful for things in your life. The more that you're grateful for things in your life, the more things there are to be grateful for. It seems an interesting way of approaching it, but it does actually work. So I would recommend starting a gratitude journal if you don't have one already, and every day making a list of maybe 3 or 4 things that you're grateful for that day, and try and find something new. Every day try and add something new to your list of what you're grateful for, and you might be surprised about how much better you feel when you focus on those things. I always like to create a manifestation list as well. And what I mean by that is just a list of things that I'd like to happen. You don't have to really believe that they're going to, but just the act of making that list, it sparks your imagination into thinking about what could happen and how it could happen and what it would look like, what it would feel like. Try and describe it in the best way that you can. And then you'll see the opportunities to make it come true. Third thing, one of the main things on the list is daily success habits. Getting into good habits is always difficult. I can imagine a lot of people have been making resolutions as the new year has started. But actually changing habits is quite difficult, and apparently it takes about 3 weeks to actually change a habit or start a new habit and actually make it into something that you can do every day without having to think about it. It's the conscious effort that you have to get over so that it becomes natural to you. It's a bit like learning to drive a car. The first times it seems really hard and you have to think about everything, the steering and changing gear and all those aspects of driving. But after a while, it soon comes naturally to you and it becomes a habit. It's exactly the same principle. Last things I'm going to talk about are a few tools that you can use to overcome overwhelm. Now, if you have a session with me, I'll describe these in a little bit more detail, and we can actually practice them and make them relevant to you, which is what you want, of course. Contrast to clarity is one of my absolute favorite tools. It's all about looking at the things that really annoy you and you want to change, and using those things as a way of deciding what kind of changes you could make, or what the possibilities are. So you actually use a list of things that annoy you, write them all down, get them all out of your head onto paper, rant and rave and make a big long list of all those things that just absolutely bug you. And then when you've got your list, take each one and spin it around, change it so that it's a positive thought, so that it's a solution. So use your contrast and change it into clarity. Let me think of an example. What if something really annoys me? Okay, one of my tires on my car is going down, is getting flat. So that really annoys me, and I'd put down, my car tire is always getting flat and it's really annoying me. But instead, I could change that to, I'm going to check that car tire. I'm going to go down to the garage. Next time I'm putting some gas in, I'm just going to check that tire and see if I can get some air in there. It's more of a positive thought. It seems very simple, but the change in the way that you're thinking about something is actually inspiring you to take the action when you see the opportunity. So that's the principle behind that. And you can apply that to specific areas of your life. Another one I love when I'm feeling good is the rampage of appreciation. Look around you and be grateful for the things that you have. It could be something really simple, like a mug to hold your coffee. It sounds silly, but often we take everything we have for granted, and we have so many neat things, especially in the West. We're very lucky. I mean, even this pen. Now, this pen is awesome because my daughter bought it me for Christmas, and it says Free Spirit. It's also purple, which of course is my favorite color. But how useful is a pen? What would we do without pens that we could actually write down our thoughts and read them back, send letters to people, write lists for shopping? We don't think about it, but to appreciate those little things, you'd be amazed what a change it makes in the way that you think. Normally at this point I'd have a check out and see what your takeaways are, but as no one is here with me in the room today, I can't really do that. But I would appreciate any comments that you might have, and you can put them here in my Facebook page, and maybe we can chat about them later. It was really great talking with you. Thanks for being here.